Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to Echt.AVI. What to do? Been a while. Well, not really, you wouldn't really know. Because, edited. So today we wanted to do an update, right? Because I remember from the first episode into the second episode, which was, I'm not going to say when it was viewed. When I get power to check it. You see, you ain't know, yeah. You tell you that. We never really explained what Echt.AVI really meant. We were just like, so there's the name. A lot of research was more or less happening, right? So we might probably do some post stuff so you can see. That will be mainly for the YouTube people and Spotify people who will probably just hear what we're saying, of course. So I think the idea after Rick brought up the idea to tell him what he wanted to do.
We want it to be authentic.
Yeah, so yeah. So it was like, I think it was Genuine. Genuine was the first name, right, that we had, right? And I was like, yeah. So you
think it's the way we spell it too,
yeah. So it was like Genuine, the U was like in caps, and I-N-E, right? I feel like at that point in time, it was supposed to highlight the identity of the individual or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's you being genuine, like you, like authentically you, right? Because the whole idea of the creativity is basically us speaking about like the individual themselves, right?
Yeah.
Being them, you know?
Yeah.
I always view creativity as how you express yourself, basically. I always saw it as you bringing forth your vision, the idea that you have, to the audience in any way. This is painting, you carry across yourself, and basically all that. But
and then I think I don't think we was feeling that name anymore. For some reason we was like, something too bland, too.
Yeah. And I think other companies had names.
Yes, and somebody else had had genuine as well.
So he was like,
So
Yeah.
I don't come up with something else that speaks to being authentic and you know. So I think we just look for similar words that says, you know, that speaks on authenticity and you know them thing. And that's why we came up with Echt.
Yes.
Echt. And well, the AVI, obviously, if you know, people in like video edited and stuff like that, you know, that file extensions, you know, well, videos and stuff, you have MOV, MP4, AVI. So we just went with AVI Echt.AVI, and therefore that name was born. Basically.
Now I think we also picked the AVI part because it was like first things first as well. Echt wasn't fully original, eh? I mean, though that the name itself was original, it had an next person had Echt as well.
Yeah.
Some German something, I was going through more research or kind of thing, right? So I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Lord.
So then I was like, what we gonna do to make it different? Because Echt already stick with motorway. We was like, this is perfect.
Echt. And then
you know? So then he was like, what we gonna say? What we gonna say? So I was like, okay, this is authentically. And then I was like, I gotta look for video formats, like what different, at least, you know. And that, like as you said before,
make it a different.
I think it's like one of the highest formats, something like that. And I was like, I did it. Locked in.
My God.
So now you all know
what was the meaning behind Echt. Why we came up with it, basically. We know from the first video we didn't have a name at all.
Episode.
You know, that was just the start. Which episode we probably in by the time we're just seeing this, we don't know.
Very little.
Might be like 5 episodes in or 6. Probably finish the season. Who knows? But right, but that just basically it. You know, we didn't had a name and stuff like that. The whole idea of the first episode was just to start, as we was telling earlier. You know, if you have an idea and stuff like that, you throw it out there. You just start because, you know, speaking for myself, I mean, I guess Shad could attest to this fact as well, that sometimes you might have an idea and you might sit down on it and it's like, boom. That day just, you know, you have ideas and you just scroll and you just be like, wait, somebody already going with the idea because you say no on it, somebody else doing. So just start. So the first episode, no name, no jersey, no logo, no nothing. We just started with whatever equipment and stuff we have No, yeah.
Must be wondering what going on with them.
About the quality and
first episode, second episode, third episode.
You
figure it out.
Just start. It's good how you see the growth from the first episode and beyond, basically, right? Should get on the timeline, why?
Timeline for what exactly?
Like how long ago we film
okay, go, let me get the timeline.
Episode.
You go, let me get it. Because you would definitely would have seen the jump. You're not gonna say what, but you will see the jump obviously, and there will be a lot of change in terms of audio and all this stuff like that. But we don't know exactly when the very first episode was.
Yeah.
But from the second episode, we could give you an idea, right? And that would have been sometime April.
Yeah, April
last year,
2024.
Yes.
Basically, yes.
So we would have seemed like we disappear and we dig any the data and come up with a budget. I mean, we could go with that. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that happen in between that, you know, cause things happen.
Life.
Yeah, and then now we made better decisions in terms of, you know, the how we would use and how we will go about it, basically, in terms of camera angles and stuff like that. Because we, I mean, outside of the like that time that spent and the growth that happened, now we can get to see us kind of a bit more fully mature in the idea that we have. And at the end of the day, still currently now, we would still have some difficulties technically because we're still figuring out how podcasts operate and all these other stuff like that.
As we first podcast, trying it out for the first time and stuff like that. So I would say it's good that they're growing with us. So like they'll see the growth and stuff like that, which is really good.
It's very authentic.
Yeah. Authentic. Come on. Right? I think another autopate. I think with the podcast as well, we try not to be too much on script. Try to be more, you know, raw. Not too raw. Get cancelled. But raw. To kind of like just don't be on script, because some people just tell, and then when you go off script, you'll be like, oh my god, no. Try to just flow. Try to be off script and try to be more authentic.
Even with the question formats and such, right? At the end of the day, Rick will put on the questions. Right. Then I would read and I'll be like, okay, cool. We got it just it, and when we're speaking. It will be a mixture of what we have and then a question coming up in my head, and I'll be like, I go ask at that time. Like I would never write it down. I just ask at that time because it happened in life. As I listen to the conversation, it will formulate. I mean, sometimes it'll be very close to what is written. But it's always be like you have to have them questions in the moment where you can really get what the person thinking as opposed. So we didn't even give the guests them any
we don't give them any questions really. Everything only again is on the spot. On the spot. A lot of them have been asking like beforehand to get the questions, and I'm like, what kind of questions are they asking? Like, nah, don't worry.
Or you get like a general
on this spot. We'll get
a general idea.
Like okay, for like from Mr. Smart episode, we was the only thing that we told them was that we will be diving into the theater aspect, the creativity behind theater, basically, and that was it. No question, no nothing. Like that is it, the general thing, and that was So that mostly what us guess. So we try as we our utmost best to stay authentic and not to be too much on script. I mean, or you could see that from Harley episode.
Oh boy!
Basically, we went long. That was the longest podcast we had, and we just flow.
Now I'm looking forward to that. That was nice.
In terms of what else, boy? What are you supposed to
talk to them about the IG, because as it stands now, there's going to show you
while we filming.
We don't have any content on the IG. Right, so we've been speaking and having talks on how we're going to basically structure that, and that's a whole conversation by itself, you know. But definitely going to see coming up because you already have the ideas, you're just trying to put it into fruition. The next thing that we was going to talk about is we put some color theory into it. We making sure and go deep in terms of like how we doing it now. It's like not to say it's just, here. It's thumbnail here, there, and we do it like that.
We just go in with any kind of
everything have a structure to it. So this first season, right, as you can see, there's a lot of green. And I go see it reflected in Instagram as well. And the beautiful thing about it is that we tell you this now, and then all you'll be seeing it happen on the IG already. Alright? But this one definitely is green. And green, what is green?
Rebirth, growth.
Yeah, nature, rebirth, growth. Yeah, that's some other meanings there, no? But hey, we go put it in post.
We go put it in post?
Actually, no, we can't put it in post.
No.
Spotify.
Yeah, that's right, dong. You had it right.
That's I
could do all knocky, man.
That's
technology.
But yeah, so definitely we go with green. Also, it's supposed to be it's supposed to speak about the beginning of such. Nature of renewal and harmony.
Yeah, right. That is it. Yes.
And health and wealth, nature balance. Yeah.
Nice.
That's supposed to just represent the freshness and the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
More or less now. Because you remember we were saying in the very first episode that we said just start. Right. So we just start, and I was like thinking about like a traffic light.
Yeah.
On green.
Just go.
So that what we talking about. That this whole thing is just about launching and getting the concept off and the idea off, basically. And that's what happened in there.
In terms of the next season, all you know and all this yet?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna give all that too much.
But
for this, for this season, color is green. So also in terms of filming, as well as we told earlier, the first episode, the second episode was basically from April last year. So what we usually do is, that's why all you'll get like, in this video we will talk about how the IG not being up as yet. But by the time all you see this, the IG may probably be up. It's like we filming episodes ahead of time, so that we wouldn't have all the waiting like certain series and stuff outside, like Invincible. We'll take that whole long break in between seasons.
No, you think animation would have gotten better with all the time they take out for the budget as well.
Yeah, no.
But that did not happen. In any case, I watched Invincible as I said, by the way. I probably watched 2 episodes. Yeah, I got kind of spoiled. Like all the streaming platform services, I get accustomed to it. So when they say on Amazon Prime, I was like, I know God. I know God with Amazon Prime. So I was like, that's fine. It's fine. I just see some TikTok clips. So as we talk about TikTok clips, we're also going to be launching on TikTok.
On TikTok as well, yeah.
Yeah, so more short, and more the fun clips to get all them back onto the YouTube. Who sound like we all over the place, no, but I just know what it is.
Off script.
Yeah, off script. From there, we also saying we also have been trying to structure more to how exactly we're going to do the difference between YouTube and the Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah, because Spotify really is supposed to be the audio format, and we need to figure out a way to bring audio to the YouTube to make sure and subscribe. Because YouTube is supposed to be the main aspect of talking to you. But it's just also YouTube is for you all to see us and like just have like put a face to the voice and to feel a more personal kind of connection in such a way, basically. So that's why we have the YouTube, but we're also working on just making sure and provide different things to get it to come across on the side, stay on the side.
For the Spotify, a podcast, so the Spotify is really for you're driving to work, you listen to it while you're on work. Probably you have one headphones in, you listen to the Spotify and stuff like that, and the YouTube basically. Well, if you just rock your back home and and you just want to throw it up and watch,
just for that. Yeah, we organize with that for sure. We also want to, I feel like too, the Instagram is used for us to also show you all ourselves on the IG. So you can really see where where we are and what we're trying to convey.
Yeah, I don't even think we introduced yourself.
Yeah, we haven't introduced ourselves
either.
No. I mean, we can introduce us to all now because it already will be out, right?
Yeah.
And like we were saying, what one word we will use that would explain us,
like
that would describe us to a T. And I was saying that for me it would be the architect. And I want along the lines of the architect because I'm pretty decent at conceptualizing and putting a structure to things. Like for some reason my brain is click and ideas all would flow and like this could be the structure, this would be the setup, this is what we could do. So as I will go the architect now, we will probably go into more depth about the architect or such further along. But each season we tell ourselves that we will use one word to describe ourselves. So that as each one drop and you hear more of us and realize more about our personality, you'll also see the identity that we have when it comes to bringing forth concepts and coming out to bring forth ideas, basically. But
yeah. And well, my own will be the artist. Very simple, very effective, right? Artists just, well, if we take a look at, well, some of you may know me, Art by Ricky. So if you go on my IG and stuff, you'll see some of the work I do. Basically, I wouldn't say anything, but most of the stuff in art. So painting, drawing, jersey printing, photography, videography, video editing, etc., etc. Everything basically in the art. So it just came simple and natural to me. It was like, yeah, just the artist, you know. So and it kind of blend well together because the architect and the artist. So it's like 2 A's. So it was like, all right, cool, yeah, we'll go with that and that. As all you should know, Shadow's more the introvert. That's all you could see. I was more the introvert. Yeah. Yes.
I am more the introvert or the extrovert?
No, I am more the introvert.
You're more the introvert. I am more the extrovert.
Yeah.
Cap.
Shadow talk more. Shadow express himself more, talk more.
Right.
Really engage with people more. Me? Nah, I'm more.
Yeah.
I'm more reserved, but I just blend well with my friends and my an extrovert. So I would match energy.
Listen. Let me clarify this, right? I am not extroverted. I am ambivert. I believe ambivert is both, right? Both.
Yes.
Both. Yeah. So it really depends on the situation. I'll either go to that direction of being very extroverted or go to being extremely introverted. Really according to the vibe.
I really saw sometimes.
Yeah. I really get closed off and get quiet and just be like.
It goes,
Yeah, so it really depends on my comfort levels, right? Right? Oh, fun fact about me, by the way, too. My middle name is Art. Interesting. Yeah. My father and I'm like, they had this since I was at school. I don't know.
First time you tell me, I was like, is it really though? It's really Art, Chad. Like, really?
Yeah, but...
And yes. But the name is actually Art. I didn't believe it either. Surely in the comments they are tell you, nah, your name can't be Art. Rick working with he lying for him. Nah, it's just really Art.
Boy.
That
full on
at the front.
Yeah, it was almost like my parents and them foresaw something.
I
was like, that you there, boy. And at the beginning I couldn't draw nothing. I still can't draw to save my life. I can barely write properly. And I'm my fault that is system. But yeah. Boy.
It's easy to learn though. Painting that is too. For one of the episodes we'll have a painter on the show, creativity behind painting. And we could do we'll be doing a little painting. Yeah. Could always learn and you go from there and yeah. Don't worry.
I almost name drop our paint place. So no problem. I'll probably try. That's no problem because it's also speaking about go pushing past the limits. So pushing about what you usually do. And I don't know. I feel like this year too, from all my good happening, I feel like I'm a bit more open to. I have more avenues to expressing myself. So I've been leaning towards, even though I don't have a camera yet, I've been leaning towards editing. I've been leaning towards photography and videography. So I feel like that like you'll look out for that for sure. Because I will be trying my best to display. Because as I say, because I feel like Rick already seasoned in his creativity stuff, but you'll be seeing the birth of my stuff as it goes on in the podcast. And my curiosity is definitely going to raise because now I really open up my mind to a lot of more other things compared to what I know now, basically. So yeah, it's really, as I told you, we told you before, is as we learn more about what it is and our appreciation grows, because you will hear it grow, and the passion and the fascination will grow, and you all will be doing the exact same thing. And that's really the aim. That's really the plan for the whole idea of the podcast.
Yeah.
More or less now. Yeah.
I want to say something as well in terms of based on the timeline that we have. I mean, well, you might not see it, right? But it's really just to say something. Is so we did the first, second, and third episode, right? And that was, well, first episode was probably at the beginning of the year last year, probably. Then the second episode, so it was like April, and and the third episode was a little lower down, right? But what you guys may not know is that we took a break in between the third and the fourth episode, right? And it's mainly because I would think that in my head is like all the episodes were edited, just the first episode kind of discouraged me a little bit in my head, is because when you're looking at it, I was like, should we really get and pour this quality out there right now? Boy? It's like, I know we take a long way and we just overthinking and it's like, this quality, why, Lord. And that's why Chad said we sit down, we talk, and we know exactly what quality are we going for, and and we actually went back to the drawing board, and we came back out fresh, basically. But it's really a discouragement. Is just that I can't remember if I mentioned it in the first episode. If I didn't, I mentioned it now. It all depends on the people you have around you as well. Because if I didn't have Shad in my corner, probably all you may not see this podcast at all. Especially after filming our first episode, I would have been like, yeah, nah, that quality, nah, forget that. But it's Shad who keep reminding me every day, like, Rick, we're going on with the podcast, man. We sticking. Now, yo, we had to start back. We had to think. And I keep playing on my head and that is what kind of kept me going, like, hey, I should really start about this thing. And then he was like, all right, cool, what are we doing? We shooting next month. So date. And then it's like, we come that month, and then I think like something will come up, and I will have a job or something. We had to reschedule, and we keep pushing it back and pushing it back. And it's just a matter of keep going and keep pushing, right? No matter what this career, like, you will start, you will have an idea, you will start, and you will push, and then of course, no matter what journey you go on, you will always have obstacles that come in, just hitting you, just hitting you in your face, and it's just a matter of keep pushing and going up the mountain and just sorry, audience, listen. This is exactly what we was talking about in the beginning, where we just don't stick to script at all. Now listen. All you may not see it. All you may not see it. But
we cameraman fighting for your life, right?
Cameraman.
He fighting for your life, I'm sorry. It was good. I don't know if we're gonna even hear it in the audio. He fighting for your life, but hey. Yeah.
He's a busy man. He's a busy.
But yeah, boy.
Distracted.
We live
I'm talking.
No, you can't sleep, bro. You can't sleep. I don't know. You know. You try your best to not bring it back.
Well, yeah.
Well,
oh,
that's how much they look back in there. Yeah.
Lord Father. So I'll just say to say that you will start your journey, and no matter what obstacle will fly in your way, you keep going and keep pushing. You know, no, you can't continue after that. I try to be serious. I ain't snowing anymore.
I cut dog. I feel we go keep it rolling. We'll just go back in. So I like to do for no deal for that. So far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So just keep pushing, just keep going towards the dream, no matter what may come your way, no matter what may happen and stuff like that. Just keep pushing. And so after we continue, I kind of proud as to the quality we have now and the difference and stuff like that.
100%.
And everybody keep asking like, why we just keep telling them, just hold on for like from episode 4 and onwards. Because episode 1, 2, and 3 was already filmed way before.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah, so it's like
because next month, April. Alright, again, I'll lie there 1 month being now. That would make it a year.
Yeah.
And we probably reach a year by now already, to be honest. So we're down for a while. We're down for a while.
So just don't knock the quality. Just wait. Just hold out. That all we just keep telling now. I think
if you don't believe back on what you were saying about me harassing them, I also thought it was important for the podcast to be a thing for me too, because I felt like a part of me was dying. Like it was a part of me that was woken up and was like, I need to be able to exist. And I really felt like a major part of my identity, even though I haven't really gone for it, but I was like, I'm really curious about this side. So I was like, for me to get to jump in this avenue, he already created that outlet in a way for the podcast. So I was like, no, I'm like, hey, we do it now, because outside of other people that messaging and asking me when we go outside the podcast, because when we had started recording it, we were sending messages to friends and they were like, what, are they coming out? I was like, nah, yeah, wait a little bit. I'm like, why wait for this long time? I don't worry, wait a little bit. Yeah. So I'm excited. I really am, as well as I said, from where we are now, I'm excited to see what is to come and what's to come. And I already started working on my own thing at the side. So y'all will definitely see something. I say it out now, but I'm not going to tell you the name still yet. Because as much as Rick said he had his problems when he was facing, we're putting it out. And my concerns as well. You know, how I'm going to structure it, how I'm going to put it together. Because I learned that the other day, I'm a perfectionist to an extent now. So when I was like, certain things that go away, particular way, basically. And because it's my project, I'll put that close to my heart and fight anybody that tries to tell me post out before I feel like it's comfortable enough now. But I'm not going to prolong anymore, I should at least say. Because it should be out. It should be out there. Right? But we gotta do what we do. As we were saying before too, make sure and surround yourself with people that are on the same mindset. Before you like when I was young, you said about that. I used to take them fully, but it makes sense. It really makes sense. In the moments you down because they want to push, they will lift you up. Yeah. And that's the major thing.
Now we're talking about
yeah, I guess that's everything.
I think I covered everything. This episode. We're gonna call this one.
I don't know, you figure it out though.
The update. Something. We'll figure it out. But I basically it, guys.
The storyboard or something storyboard in a way. Because you kind of storyboard the podcast. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Some storyboard.
Yeah. Sorry, this takes so long.
The creator's storyboard.
The creator's storyboard.
Storyboard, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because you really mapping out stuff. You just see we give all the updates on how it is, what it is we doing, and if you see certain things why it is this particular way, what we have in mind, and these little Easter eggs in our way of the small things that we do, and it really has an intent behind it, because we do intend on being very creative and technical over what we're doing, and it's supposed to reflect in all aspects of what we're putting out. Yeah. So for the TikTok, it'll have its own flavor. For the Instagram, it'll have its own flavor. For YouTube, Spotify has its own thing. Yeah. And we want to be able to play around. We're not gonna add. This ad might be out before this. Yeah. So with that on all, it will be us trying to really extend ourselves creative either as well. Because we really pushing the envelope for ourselves too. Basically. And I'm really excited for that.
Limits,
yeah, so like that would be the three of us. That would be Rick, my god brother, cameraman, Steven, and I. And we're gonna put it out there, we will see, what kind of feedback we will get from you all there.
Yeah.
And but we want to come. Because at the end of the day, we're all challenging ourselves to go beyond what we thought was our limit.
Agreed.
Yeah, and we will also want you all to go beyond what you think your limit is. So yeah.
Always push beyond the stars. Hi guys. Well, make sure and like, subscribe, share. It will help us out a lot.
A lot.
Because starting, trying
to get some money.
Yeah, way. Right. So until the next episode, guys.
Haters.
Steven.